in actually just south of the Strip, and we're about to turn and head north on the Las Vegas Strip here in just a moment, but needed to get set up. Trying to use Streamlabs right now. It's always fun trying to figure these apps out. Between this one and Prism, it's always a gamble trying to figure these things out. But I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you so very, very much for being here. I would not be here without you guys, and that's a fact. We're here off of Windy Street and Post Road. We are looking north at the south end of the Las Vegas Strip with the W Hotel Casino, as well as the Mandalay Bay there, right in front of us. And that is the pretty much the beginning of the Las Vegas Strip. But I don't know why it looks so cloudy. It didn't look so cloudy earlier. Pretty interesting. But again, thank you so very, very much for being here. Very grateful for all of you. I could not do this without you guys, so I'm very, very grateful. I'm going to wait and see if we get some more folks pop in here. Tobin, welcome, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, listen, never worry about, making sure that I get something right. I don't worry about, bruising my ego or anything like that. It's way more important to me to get it right. And like I said earlier, my credibility, that's very, very important to me. I want people to believe what they're hearing on this channel. So definitely very important to me to make sure I get that right for folks. So I'm grateful for you helping me out and setting me straight the way you do. I really, really appreciate it, buddy. So a few more people popping in here, and we will go ahead and get moving. See the sun up there. That won't be in our faces for too long though. There we go. So this is Windy Road again. Everyone knows it's windy. Actually, it's not. It hasn't been very windy at all today. There's a United jet coming in for landing on the left. That's at runway 1 right. It's a diagonal southwest northeast orientation for that runway. It's pretty cool. Having him come fly in right on top of you there as you're at the town square right in front of us while you're dining or taking in the weather or something like that. It's definitely cool to see those planes come overhead. I know it's not for everyone. I know some people don't like it, but I find it cool. Okay, so we got some dirt bikes here, popping wheelies. They were down at, when I headed down this way, we had some of them located at the Las Vegas Strip sign. So I will see if they still remain there when we head back that way right now. And it was funny, they actually had like 3 Metro units there sitting right next to him, like almost like they were daring him to do something, right? Oh, the good old days. Back in the day, it used to be cruising the Strip. Only for me, it was the Fort Lauderdale Beach, A1A. And worrying about the cops down there pulling you over for your music, or your loud exhaust, or for, giving you a ticket because you're a passenger in the vehicle but you don't have your seatbelt on. Of course, I wear my seatbelt now, so not to worry. But back then, yeah, young and dumb and all that. Hey, pretty mama, yes, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. I've got a vehicle playing some pretty loud music here next to me, so I'm going to try and drown that out. Thank you so much, pretty mama. The chat seems to be popping up for a moment, and then it just disappears. It disappears on me. I don't know why. Let me see if I can. There we go. Okay. I just have to tap on it. Tap on the. Just tap it in. These barricades are sitting here in the middle of the roadway. That's not dangerous. Montana plate. That's a pretty good drive. So there's the airport right there in front of us, Las Vegas International Airport, as we turn northbound here on Las Vegas Boulevard, aka the Strip. Here using Streamlabs this evening, so hopefully we'll have some of the features we've been working on, my wife and I have been working on, to be available during the live stream here. But speed limit drops here to 35. Let's see if we... Okay, so I still see Metro units here up ahead of us at the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. Yep, the bikes I still see up ahead there. So you'll see them here in the median as we come up to the median here. It's fun. They're like daring them. Go ahead, guys. Pop some wheelies for us. And there they are. There's a whole bunch of them. There were 3 units over there before, now they're down to 1. Oh, goodness. These guys are... What are you doing? Okay. You're tying your shoe in the middle of the road there. There's Harley Davidson there on the right. And then the Pinball Hall of Fame, which I will get into, I promise. Valley High Golf Club over here on the left. And so, in addition to Vanderpump being slapped on the side of the Cromwell and Circus Circus being $5 billion, I guess that whole event last weekend was a whole lot of nothing. They said no one had any type of armament, I guess. I will use that word. There's another self-driving one, that little buggy-looking thing. Huh. What's that one called? That's pretty cool. Yeah, hey, Michael, welcome. Yeah, you know, I read, I was looking at it this week, and I'm like, okay, so it's free to go in, you just have to pay to play one of the games. But I really just want to go in and do like a short video and just show it to you guys, so that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably have to do it on the weekend when it's busy, right? Because I don't want to draw any attention to myself like we do at the casinos. Walking through the casinos is always a tricky endeavor. If you watch other Vegas live streamers, some of them, they get into trouble walking into the casinos. Yeah, all kinds, yeah. I need to get in there and check them out. Be a pinball wizard from back in the day. Yeah. Little Church of the West Wedding Chapel right there on the right. I know Stephen has talked at length this week about whether Vegas has come back. Last weekend was pretty good with the crowds. This weekend, judging from what was out last night, it looks like it's a pretty healthy crowd. I think that might be because of March Madness, I'm guessing. Of course, everyone's bracket is busted already, so I think that actually happened, what, this morning or something? I thought I saw. Because they're doing the 32, the round of 32 now, before they get down to the Sweet 16 after tomorrow. For all of that madness. And of course, as one light turns green, another one turns red. There's a Zooks on the other side there. I missed it. Those self-driving vehicles. Do they have any of those in any of your other parts of the country? I'm just curious whether it's just like the big cities in Vegas, or if they're actually doing that everywhere with the self-driving taxis. Because it says test or demo on the back of it. Test or demo autonomous vehicle. No, not to, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I guess they figure there's a whole bunch of money to be made here for people with taxis and stuff. I saw the monorail was down last night. That's going to be a boon for the taxis and Ubers and Lyfts out there, for sure. Definitely. Especially when the monorail goes down. Tobin, also, thank you for letting me know. I didn't know that there were 2 trams. I mean, I guess there are 2 rails over there, but I didn't know that one of them only went directly between Mandalay and Excalibur. I thought they both lines stopped at Luxor as well, but it's only one of them. So, thank you for that. I was unaware of that, so that was good. Got the green here at Four Seasons Drive. I do, Tobin, yes. Yeah, I was able to tap the one of the text bubbles that popped up, and then now it's showing me everything. So yeah, thank you, Tobin. Psychic Sessions over here on our right, but there is the Mandalay Bay. And of course, the pyramidal splendor that is Luxor, and there's one of the trams right there. Bypassing, it looks like, right? Or will it bypass Luxor? Oh, got the green light. One of those is express. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Yeah, that must be the northbound one because he's not stopping. Interesting. So, and I think the Knights are playing, is it tonight? They play the Red Wings? So we'll see if there's police activity up here. And the Tropicana site over here, still not seeing, you know, they're moving way faster with the Guitar Hotel than they are with the ballpark, both of which were supposed to open up in, what, 2028, I thought I read. Right now, yeah. Yeah, there's text on there right now, buddy, if that's what you're asking, yeah. See how these crowds look here. There is Excalibur, the one where they're, you know, reducing the number of bellhops they have. You're going to have to ferry your luggage up to your room by yourself, and they're taking all of the old equipment and furniture out of the rooms there at MGM Grand and moving them into Excalibur. Oh, right now they're playing. Okay, thank you, Michael. That's what you meant. Gotcha. First period. Okay, cool. So there's probably not going to be anything until late in the third, I'm sure, before the police start setting up again. I was over on Frank Sinatra Drive coming down this way, and it was packed over there. The northbound lanes were packed. I'm like, did they shut down the strip or something? There is the 2/5 high, 2/5 scale of the original, 40% of the original size of the one in New York Harbor there. I'm not sure, Tobin. Yeah, I'm not certain about that. And there's the massive lion out front, MGM Grand, along with its LED screens to distract you. But I always love this corner, and I love it not being stuck behind that pedestrian bridge, so I could show you guys the front of New York. When the playoffs hit and the Knights would go pretty deep into the playoffs, they'll put a Golden Knights jersey on the statue there, on the Statue of Liberty. So that's pretty cool. But it's been an eventful week here in Vegas. Always a lot going on. Let's see how the crowds look here. They look pretty good going up the escalator there. And that's one of the ironies you see here is that no one's going up the stairs that go in between the escalators. They're all going up the escalators. No one uses the stairs. Oh boy. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but the escalators, good luck with the escalators working on a regular schedule. There's the front of New York. Looks like they've got a pretty good crowd out in front there as well. Coca-Cola, big bottle over there on the right, as well as the Hard Rock Cafe guitar. Those are always fun to see down here on the Strip. And they're still working on that Boulevard Mall that's up here on the right. They had, speaking of malls, they had what do they call it, where the whole bunch of kids go running through the mall. I think that it was at Meadows Mall, just west of the Strip here. And, or maybe it was Monday. Excellent. Thank you, Tobin. Yes. Yeah, you gotta have the sheetrock on there because the winds pick up all sorts of stuff. Probably be pummeled by all the stuff that's out there floating around. Ambulance activity over here on the left. I'm sorry, on the right. Earlier, we went up to Aliante, so we'll be posting those videos this week. I had a request from a viewer to go up Simmons and North 5th. So I went up Simmons and came back down North 5th the entire length. So that was really cool, being able to see some of the new areas out there. The Tule Springs Fossil Beds National Monument out there at the very north end of town. One of the big things that happened this week is that BLM sold off a whole bunch of land, but there's a water shortage. And guess to whom they sold that land? The developers. There's one lot out there by Summerlin that went for $45 million. Just crazy. And if you saw the Hoover Dam videos, it's especially alarming when you look at the water level where it was versus where it is now. Looking at the dam from the bridge, and you can see the water lines coming up to the dam there. It's pretty scary. We're not getting the water. And thanks to Tobin, I know that Arizona gets the least amount of distribution of the water. Nevada gets 28%, I think it was, and California gets the whopping majority of it all. But they charge more for it over there in California because they make more money over there. Plus they have to ferry it all the way over there too. Oop, got this guy next to me playing some music here. Apologies for that. But all these LED screens here while you sit at these lights. We don't want you flying along. We want you to sit here and watch a whole bunch of ads. Right on. Yeah, it was really cool being able to get out there and see some of the folks, some of the live streamers that I saw down there on Fremont on St. Patrick's Day. That was a lot of fun. You see that Southwest jet? When they loop around like that, those guys are heading to Southern California, LA or San Diego. But that view, if you're on the left side of the aircraft there, as you loop around 180 degrees almost to head back south, that's an incredible view. You're looking down at the strip. So just an FYI in the event you ever try to head to anywhere in LA or San Diego from here. It is, Michael, yeah. Yeah, definitely have your camera ready, for sure. Crystal Shops right over here. Yves Saint Laurent, Tom Ford, Tiffany and Company, Prada. Stuff I can't afford, that's for sure. But yeah, so BLM sold off a whole bunch of land, and they're going to be building homes all over the place. I saw one of the plots of land was out by Kyle Canyon Road. So my earlier guess that they were going to be building right up to there is confirmed. Now it's only a matter of time before they get the what is it, 25 or 30 miles or whatever it is from the 95 all the way up to Mount Charleston before they start stacking all of the homes in up that route, up Kyle Canyon Road. I know, Tobin, yeah, and you know what? There's like a palpable sense of excitement when you fly in here at night, especially when you're flying in, you know, with a whole bunch of people that have either never been here or they've been here a few times or whatever, and they're just like really, really excited about it, you know. And that's a really cool feeling, you know, when people are looking out the window and they're like oohing and ahhing and stuff flying in here. In fact, in some ways, it's kind of sad to fly out of here for me. So I'm like, you know, you fly other places and it's like a ho-hum experience. Not being able to see a whole lot, but hey, hey, Isle, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate all of you being here. There's another Southwest jet doing that same turn right there. Yes, pretty much, especially at night. Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. You come in well. That one video I posted when we flew back from St. Louis, where you fly in pretty much right over Sahara Avenue, and I was on the right side of the aircraft, and then they turned to come down that diagonal runway, you're paralleling the strip that during that turn, and it's beautiful. I wish I'd been able to see that at night, but you never know, though. That's the thing. You never know what pattern they're going to get. Look at this minibus just ran the red light. Yeah, you never know if which pattern they're going to have you landing in, so it's hard to predict what side of the airplane to be on or any of that. So it is fortunate when you're on the right side of the airplane at that time. Got some pretty good crowds on the pedestrian walkway overhead there. It's good to see. I have a lot of folks who comment and they're like, because I mentioned in some of my titles and stuff, I'm like, where does Las Vegas spend our tax money? And then I get people commenting who are like, well, you don't pay any taxes. You don't pay any taxes to this, the city or anything. And I'm like, yeah, we do. We pay property taxes. They assume that because we don't have state income tax that we don't pay for our police or fire and our schools or anything. But yeah, that's what our property taxes go towards. So we are paying it. It's just interesting that there are people, and more than one, because I've had more than one person comment on that. Hoops and Hops being advertised up there on the Cosmo at Amaya. That's the New Mexico, Amaya, correction, Amaya. That's the one that I saw Planet Chaos in. It definitely depends on the wind, yes. There is a sales tax for sure. It's 8.375%, I think. So like 8 3/8%. So it's a healthy chunk of change, especially when you're buying a car, Tobin. Jeez, that adds up very quickly. Nevada is a no tax on private party car sales state. So if you can find a car you like that you can trust is not going to fall apart on you, then buying it from someone privately is the way to go. And they actually have a lot up in Reno called Private Party Cars, right off the 395 up there, where it's like a consignment pretty much. The guy has a great spot right there off the interstate, and I think it's Moana, or is it? I'm not sure, but it's right off the 395 there. And he's got a great spot. He just rents the lot space to people. They come in, park their cars there, and then people come in and walk around, take a look at the cars, and they buy them right there. It is high, yeah. Yeah, 8 3/8, yeah. I agree, especially when you're buying a car. So we got the green light here at Harmon. I don't know what's going on. We sat through a cycle there. I think I see some lights flashing over here on the right. And we've got Metro over there. Oh, they got the paddy wagon over there. I don't know if you guys can see that. One of those little Ford Express vans there. Huh. Must have been a fight or something. They got four officers just standing out there, unless they're just preparing for the evening or something. Oh, the cab blocked it. Sorry about that. 8 something, yeah. It's expensive. I always try and negotiate just one price whenever I go buy a car. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video, but I always just look at the bottom line, the out the door price. They can figure out the tax and all that on their own. Because they try and charge you $2,000 for this, $3,000 for that, and all that. But they definitely do not. You're absolutely right, pretty mama. Yep, bottom 5. Bottom 5 every year. Educational outcomes and achievements. It's just reprehensible, in my opinion. I don't know where that money goes. We're going to rename a school. We'll rename a school. And instead of, John Doe Elementary School, we'll call it Super Duper You're Gonna Go Far in Life School. Or something like that. They've got oh, okay, I thought there was blocked on the other side there. No, they're stuck behind the other red light over there. See Nobu Hotel over there. Yeah, so I ran into Valentine Delivers Vegas. Someone is going to Stewart Avenue. Oh, really? Are they live streaming it? Huh. Oh, or is that where the super duper You're Gonna Go Far in Life school is? Where they just rename the schools. Yeah, Valentine delivers Vegas, and also Vegas Unlocked was down there. That was really cool. That was the first time I'd seen them, I think, since New Year's, because usually they're out there on Fridays, and I'm, Saturdays. Paddy Wagon, yeah, yes. Oh, you're right. That's what you're talking about. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, someone's taking a trip straight downtown. Yeah, it's not the way you want to end your Vegas vacation for sure. The fountains at the Bellagio are not going for the moment. That'll occur at the bottom of the hour. And then I also ran into what's it called? Jaywalking Las Vegas? Letter J and then the word walking after it. I've seen some of their streams before. They were very cool. Nice to meet as well. It was just, there were so many people live streaming down there. I didn't realize there were going to be that many. And then, of course, The Other Me and Straight Outta Vegas were down there as well. And it's always fun seeing Mark. Mark's a lot of fun. And Joe, for that matter. They're both a lot of fun. Mark came up to me, so that was cool. Yeah, they're both really, really nice. Very generous folks. Taking care of some of the folks, the less fortunate folks they have around town here. Horseshoe right there. On the right. Traffic to turn into the Bellagio here is, wow. Both left turn lanes. But there you go. On the other side of the palm trees. Bellagio. And the Mayfair Supper Club in there. Right on the other side of the lake. Or the fountain lake. Zoho. Oh, okay, I thought that was a self-driving car. I'm like, wow, all these names that start with Z. For self-driving cars. Yeah, so St. Patrick's was fun. Yeah, it is busy, Isle, absolutely. Yeah. Are the crowds back? That's the question. It's looking like it. Even with the, $50 parking per day and the $50 resort fee on top of everything else. I feel badly for the people at the Flamingo, because their pool has been under construction for a long time now. They haven't had a chance to use the pool that they're paying the resort fee for. At least that's what they tell us. They're paying the resort fee for. This Dodge Ram is very close. Yeah, so we'll see how many new homes they start trying to pop up here. It's funny, the developers are probably paying for the water patrol, funding their budget, and they're the reason they exist in the first place. I can only laugh, because it's just wild to me. Flamingo over here on the right, opened in 1946. And you see Pinky's by Vanderpump there, and then Caesar Palace over here on the left. MGM credit card, okay, cool. I did not know that. Yeah, Bellagio still offers 3-hour free parking for locals. So I think some of the other MGMs do that, others do not. So, but that's good to know. Thank you, Michael. MGM credit card free parking at MGM properties. And then Harrah's up here on the right. Forum Shops on our left. Look at the traffic southbound. Yeah, it's busy. And usually if it's busy down here, it's definitely busy on Fremont because of the rates being a little bit more reasonable, I mean, relatively speaking, down on Fremont. Casino Royale over here, and here is the rapidly rising guitar-shaped hotel out in front of Mirage. They're getting up there now. Wow. One of the guys I went to college with actually picked up a job working for the Seminole Tribe in Florida. I'm wondering if he's a construction project manager. I'm wondering if he's on the project out here. Venetian and Palazzo here on the right. Still have the cranes up there, so they're still trying to add on to the Palazzo. Palazzo dressed in green right now. St. Patrick's Day is 5 days ago. It does look like a lot of work. I know, I agree. Tobin, it looks like they've been doing a lot within the last week. And they've had, before the time change, I don't know if you remember, they had a whole bunch of lights out there at night. So I think are they going 24 hours out here? They lower the cranes like that, especially because of the wind. And you never know when the winds are going to come flying through here, so. March Mayhem, they're calling it, because they can't use the term March Madness to make money. So they call it March Zaniness or whatever they can come up with. You gotta pay royalties on March Madness. I don't remember who first coined March Madness. Was it Dick Vitale? I'm not sure. But I prefer the NBA myself over college basketball. It's just a slower game in college. You have a much longer shot clock. The pace in the NBA is much faster, I think. But I know, I mean, of course, college is college and everyone follows their alma mater and all that. Yes, thank you, Tobin. Thank you so much. If you're new, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate you being here. T.I. over here, Treasure Island. I'm not going to head over to the Sphere simply because of the signal issues that I have over there. Something smells good out there. I smell it in the car. Huh. Smells like a burger or something out there. Must be one big burger. Win and Encore over here on the right. Fashion Show Mall here on the left. As we go past Sands Avenue. Yeah, so I didn't realize that downtown 39 by Henry Potter. Nice, thank you, Michael. I'll have to remember that for sure. I'll have to call him Harry Potter. And then, of course, the restaurants and dining over here. It's easy to get kind of jaded about Vegas with all the, especially with all the craziness, right? With all the prices they're charging and everything else. I don't know. I mean, it still captivates me though, being down here on the Strip. You know, the whole Disney World for Adults thing, because where else on earth are you going to find something like this? Maybe Manhattan, but Manhattan, it's dirty there. You got to worry about all sorts of things going on down there in New York City. The line to turn right here into the Wynn in that right turn lane. Wow. They're waiting for the pedestrians, but still, that's a lot of people looking to go into Wynn. But yeah, downtown, I didn't realize, but the D replaced Fitzgerald's casino. I wasn't here during that time, so that was kind of an eye-opener for me. But Fitzgerald's, there used to be a Fitzgerald's also in Reno, in downtown. And both of them are gone now. So that's pretty interesting to me. But they're both gone. $10, everything or less. Right there on the right. And then Resorts World. So that's another big story this week, right? In case you didn't hear, the good folks here that run Resorts World got slapped with a $10.5 million, I think, fine by the state gaming board because, wait for it, they allowed bookmakers to come in without vetting them properly or enough or whatever the term was. And those bookmakers were in there laundering money. What a surprise. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with the fact that, of course, you know, Resorts World was losing money. And they're just hoping they didn't get caught. But they did. $10.5 million fine to let these guys come in and launder money. And whether it was intentional or not, they didn't say. But when you're not doing the proper process and vetting and stuff, because you know they would be doing it if they thought someone was counting cards at a blackjack table. You know they would be highly laser focused on that person. The fact that they weren't doing it for, you know, the big sharks laying down a lot of money on games and stuff, that's really surprising. $10.5 million. So it's going to be interesting to see their next fiscal report for the next quarter. See if those losses are even worse. Peppermill right here on the right, another one that used to, it still does actually, still have the Peppermill in Reno, up there off of South Virginia Street. But this looks nothing like the Peppermill in Reno. Peppermill in Reno is a big casino resort. This looks like a smoke up there on the left, next to, I think that's Sky condos there. And there's a helicopter up there too. And then of course the $5 billion with a B dollar Circus. With slots of fun right out front there on the strip frontage, I should say. Fontainebleau, there on the right. These properties on this north end of the strip, I think that they probably went a little too far trying to do what everyone else is doing in terms of the resort fees and the parking fees and everything else, because up at this end of the strip, there's just, the pedestrian traffic diminishes. You're not getting the folks walking all the way up here. I think they should do a lot more to try and hook people in and stuff. We come up here to Elvis Presley Boulevard and Circus Drive. Go ahead and get in this lane here. Avenue Fontainebleau. The Rotunda. Yes. I was going to mention that too. Thank you, Tobin. They said they're going to demolish the thing. They said they've been saying that for like 2 years now. But this week they came out and said, yeah, we're going to get rid of it. It serves no purpose. I guess there used to be a tram between the Rotunda and the Caesars Casino. And then, of course, Forum Shops came and they didn't want to do that anymore. So, yeah, they say they want to. I don't understand it. I mean, it's theirs to do with as they please, of course, but it's just like, why? You guys are getting rid of these iconic buildings that don't exist anywhere else. And just, yeah. So I don't know if it's going to come out, but there's the smoke over there. It looks like it's black. Black smoke. It looks like it's behind the Strat. That neighborhood there behind the Strat. Goodness knows what they've done back there. Pretty Mama, can you get on Pulse Point and see what's going on back there for me? If it's a fire, there should be fire rescue responding. In fact, there goes one right there. I'm just curious what's on fire back there. I try to... Oh, can you see the bungee jumpers off the Strat? I don't know if that's going to come out in the video. One of them just went all the way down there. Yikes. They are braver than I. I haven't seen one actually come all the way down like that. Thank you, pretty mama. World's largest souvenir shop, gift shop over here on the left at Bonanza Gift and Souvenir on the northwest corner here at Sahara and the Strip. And most of the Las Vegas Strip, unbeknownst to a lot of folks, is outside of the city of Las Vegas. Oh, that's true, Tobin. Yeah, maybe they got in behind Ahern. 5 units, 8 en route. Graying now. Uh-oh, buffering. Sorry, guys. Try and get out of this as soon as I can. Obi-Wan, welcome, buddy. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you, man. Is Jeremy out in Denver tonight? I didn't see him out last night. I looked and I didn't see him out. I wish he would do LA again. Even for like a weekend, like one weekend a month or something. Yeah, the smoke is turning kind of gray, so that looks like it's being extinguished now. No, not last night. Yeah, huh. Maybe he made a post and I didn't see it, saying that he wouldn't be out last night. I know he's big into making music right now. That's kind of his thing. Yeah, watching the other people down there in LA just isn't the same, in my opinion. Driving around, they don't talk to you. They don't, interact that much. So there's the old IHOP looking building that was on fire at one point. This one is further up the road. Bob Stupak Avenue here. Oh, hi, Brian. Thank you so much. I hope you liked it. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. D-Man, welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, Tobin, I'm not going to miss it this time. I'm going to get over here, and this bike is in the lane next to me, so I'm going to let him go by. But I don't want to miss it this time. Thank you, Mr. Tesla. Okay. So we're at 2001. Okay, so it's on the other side of the street. 1700. Yeah, I'm not able to see anything about that fire from this vantage point. Yes, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Yeah, Jerry Lewis. It's I think the interstate came in 65, and I'm pretty sure he was there before the interstate was there. Blue and white. Okay. So Tobin, real quick, are you able to do a short version of the history behind this before I get up here? Please? I want to make sure that I don't screw it up. Okay, so it's an even number, so it's going to be on the other side of the street. Oh, there it is. Is that it there? The blue and white one there? That's it, yeah. Can I pull in here? I'm going to pull in right here for a moment. So here's a wedding chapel. But I'm going to pull backward. Graceland, Memphis. I have not. No, is that where you are, buddy? In Memphis? There it is. 1700 South Las Vegas Boulevard. Tobin's gonna give us the backstory on it there. I appreciate that, Tobin. Yeah, I would show you. In fact, I would love to show you where Elvis lived when he was here. However, everything I've read says that he actually just stayed at the in a penthouse at the top of the Hilton. Like a 5,000 square foot penthouse or something. First 24-hour pharmacy in Vegas, right on. And now, not 1911, wow. Very first pharmacy, 24-hour pharmacy that is. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. $3.45 a gallon for regular unleaded here at this Sinclair. Turn the lights on here. Yeah, it's like really overcast for some reason. It's not raining, but kind of dreary all of a sudden. Peppermint Hippo there on the right. Dino's, getting Vegas drunk since 1962. And then you have Las Vegas Boulevard. You got it, Brian. I'll do it. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, I've done it before, but I want to do it again because I've had some more requests for it. So I'm going to get down there and do Liberace again. As well as Wayne Newton. They're kind of down in the same area south of the Strip there. A Little White Chapel. Joan Collins, Michael Jordan married there. And there's Elvis right there. Of course, he's all over these chapels down here in this area. So if you wanted to walk between the Las Vegas Strip and Fremont Street, this is what you're going to be walking through. I see a lot of folks on Facebook and a lot of the Vegas groups that are like, you know, can I walk? Can I walk? And I'm like, eee. I wish they'd go check out my videos because this is what you would be going through. I would definitely recommend an Uber or a taxi, or the Deuce, $8 for a 24-hour pass. And the Deuce runs 24 hours, I believe. Bliss Wedding Chapel there on the right. Motel Domino. So they have these old-time Vegas motels, neon signs here in the median. I'm going to pull in here real quick. And Metro is behind me. He's going around. Okay, good. Not that I'm doing anything wrong. I always just get nervous. I don't like having them behind me. It's that saying, the worst place to see them is in your rear view mirror. So there's the pub crawler again. And that is History Channel's Pawn Shop, which is coming out a little bit better than normally during the stream, because at nighttime it really gets washed out. But there's Pawn Plaza over there, which is also Rick Harrison's creation. I saw a video this week that showed him actually bartending at that barbecue place there on the first floor right up against the street. I don't know if that was like a promo video or something, but I guess he yeah, well, the Westgate, yes, Scott. And so he was, the Westgate used to be the Hilton. Plaques on the sidewalk. Yes, nice, nice. And I need to do that Vegas Walk of Stars that they call it here. That's something else I need to make happen. That's out front of Treasure Island. My wife and I were actually researching that. I didn't even realize they had it. Some of the names they have on, they have like Gloria Stefan for some reason. Like, what did she have to do with Vegas? But so there it is right there. The front, the sign there. Most of the stuff now, in fact, I don't even know if the show's still going. I watched like the first 3, maybe 4 seasons, and then it just got to be kind of old with the whole you know, best I can do is $10. There it is. Little television history right there. Garces Avenue. Thank you so much, Ed. I appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Mon Bel Ami Wedding Chapel. Bonneville Avenue here. The huge transit center, is the bus terminal, is over here off to our left. And then more of the neons here, the neon signs in the median, which are really, really cool. I'm glad that they're saving those. And of course the Neon Museum, or Boneyard as it's also known, is up there off of Las Vegas Boulevard, just north of us on the other side of the highway, up there by Washington Avenue. But they're supposed to be relocating down to the Arts District at some point. As we come up to Clark Avenue, named for a very rich dude. Used to be a very rich dude. After whom Clark County is named, and Las Vegas is the county seat for Clark County. There's actually been talk about them renaming this Las Vegas County. I don't know that it's gotten any traction, but when they wanted Filipino Town named, they made it happen. So who knows? And there's always talk every year too about like the splitting the state up between North and South, because really we're so, having lived in both Reno and Vegas, I can tell you we're both so just divided. And I know that a lot of folks, we crossed the Fremont Street experience there. I have a car here off to my left, so I couldn't show it to you. Yeah, the people in Reno tend not to like the people in Vegas and vice versa, which is interesting. But I mean, being from Florida, the people in North Florida, we would kind of, you know, raise an eyebrow too. But they were kind of like country, if you will, because we saw them as, you know, anything north of Orlando, it used to be said, was really South Georgia. And so that's changed in recent years as more and more of the population keeps moving up north there. But here, yeah, there's definitely a dichotomy between the two areas of the state. And it's also been said that the Reno area benefits massively from all of the revenue that Vegas generates, more than vice versa, and more than Vegas receives for itself. So there's kind of a little bit of resentment there. Like when Reno wanted to build a highway into the side of the mountains, the Sierra Nevada mountains between Reno and Carson City, to bypass Washoe Valley up there, they made it happen. Hey Michael, welcome buddy. Thanks for being here. Museum option, yes, Scott, perfect. Yeah, I need to do that. I was just going to drive right by it here. Yeah, one of my neighbors actually works there, so I told him I need to get in there and do a video. She's like, "You're not allowed to video." I'm like, "Okay, I won't say anything if you don't." Oh, these guys. Sierra Nevada mountains. Sorry about that, pretty mama. Yes. Rhymes with Nebraska. I have to remember that. It's one of the things that both people in Vegas and in Reno will let you know in a hurry that you've mispronounced it. Sierra Nevada. Yes. So there's the Mob Museum right there on the right. It's not lit up yet. Right on, pretty mama. It's usually lit up in purple, but that used to be the former U.S. Post Office here in Vegas, as well as the federal courthouse for a time here in Vegas. Shout out to 7-Eleven man / Tobin for helping me out with these things, helping me remember these things. We call him 7-Eleven Man, just in case you ever wonder. I call him 7-Eleven Man because of the fact that when he first... Oh, I saw that too, Tobin. Yeah, and in Oregon too. They want to leave, like Eastern Oregon too. They want to leave the rest of Oregon. Yeah. There's the Mop Museum right there. But one of the first comments I remember Tobin left on one of my videos was that there were 166 7-Elevens, because I was commenting about how many 7-Elevens there are in this town. Like, there really seem to be a lot of 7-Elevens in this town. And sure enough, there are more 7-Elevens here than any other metro in the country. So I guess I was onto something there. But yeah, Tobin first commented, so I always called him 7-Eleven Man, because he helped me out with that. And to get in the other lane here. So that's that was the genesis of his moniker there. Main Street station right there in front of us. Yeah, I've heard good things about Spokane. People really seem to like Spokane. This Main Street station is owned by Boyd Gaming, not the station casinos that operate around the periphery pretty much of town, like Red Rock Casino or Green Valley Ranch, etc. This is Main Street here, Main Street, Las Vegas. Circa's parking garage over there called Garage Mahal. Oh, and there's a Tesla Cybertruck. Right on, Tobin, yeah. Very cool. Yeah, now there's only 162 of them. And so we've got Fremont Street Experience right there. This is the backside of the Main Street stage right there. Here's some bands playing there. It looks pretty crowded in there too. And the cabbies are all lined up here. Oh, thanks, Brian. One day. I'm working on it, buddy. As we make this left here onto Carson Avenue into the Golden Nuggets. Main entrance back here. I saw a sign at the plaza that said event parking today was $30. I didn't realize there was an event down here. I like that color on that Benz, that's cool. Nice shiny black. And then here, oh, Golden Nugget is a bargain, I guess, compared to 30. Well, not really, 50 bucks to park here. Yeah, Brian, there's 50 right there, out front. It's free if you're staying there, though. But Friday to Sunday, if you're not staying there, 50 bucks to park. 40 folks here. Thank you all so very, very much for being here. I appreciate you. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe if you're new. Really appreciate you guys being here as we cruise around downtown Las Vegas. Okay, so this must be the event that they were talking about here at the event center in front of us, because it's closed off. Usually when this is closed off, there's something going on here at the event center. I'm not sure what it is, but I haven't heard. And usually the bass is really, really loud. And the lights that they use reflect off of this building here right in front of us on the right, if you ever watch anyone's live streams. So when they're pointing the camera towards the stage here, you can see the lights reflecting off the windows of that building right there on the right, on this corner. Very, very cool stuff. At first I thought they like installed LEDs or something in there to make that happen. But perhaps not. We'll make this left onto Casino Center Boulevard. It's just about the top of the hour, so we may get stuck up here, but that's okay. Oh, they've already got them down. Yep, they've already got the barricades down for the light show overhead here at Fremont Street Experience. They must put them down like 5 minutes prior or something like that. wait here at Carson Avenue, and we'll head up there. You can watch the masses cross Casino Center Boulevard during the Vegas Unlocked. Awesome. Thank you so much. So cool seeing you guys here. Guys, if you don't know Vegas Unlocked, please go check them out. Throw them a like and subscribe. Really, really awesome people. Dave and Karen, really, really cool people. Thank you guys for being here. They were just down here last night. They do a live stream down on the Strip on Wednesday nights, and then they do the live stream here on Fremont on Friday nights. So really, really cool to see you guys in here. Right on. Yeah, last week Planet Chaos came in for a few, or was that 2 weeks ago? But that was cool. Yeah, Vegas Unlocked is a lot of fun. I'm still waiting to see Dave dancing. I want to see Dave dance. That's like one of those. It's almost like a TV show where you're just waiting for the two main characters to get together or something, right? But they keep. There go the lights, and the Viva Vision overhead there, and so it's that anticipation, right? When is Dave gonna dance? When is Dave gonna dance? So I keep watching because I want to see when Dave dances. Will it be in front of this stage? Never know when it's going to happen, if it'll happen. But that's Vegas Unlocked, you guys. Oh, he has danced, and I saw him jumping the one time. Yes, they played, I think it was at House of Pain. Jump Around by House of Pain. I think that was what was playing, and I saw that, and I was like, yeah, Dave, there you go, buddy. But I haven't seen him dance, so I've missed that one. Yeah, they're very, very fun to watch. They had a blast down here on St. Patrick's Day as well. That one band, Arcana Kings, that was down here, they're from Saskatchewan, Canada. Oklahoma, welcome, Deshun. Thank you so much for being here. Very cool. Yeah, they hailed from Saskatchewan, Canada, and they're really good. I found myself listening to a couple of their songs during the week on YouTube. I'm like, wow, it's pretty good. I know Pretty Mama said she has a new favorite band after watching those guys that night. Yeah, I went down here with and my battery was at like 57%, and I was just starting to live stream, and I'm like, oh man, this isn't going to last long. But I managed to get 2 hours out of it, so that was good. I was pleased with that. So yeah, it's 7 p.m. I believe it's Stone Temple Pilots that they're playing. They do a different artist every hour between 6p and 2a. I forget who goes at 6p, but I think it's Stone Temple Pilots now, and then they do Katy Perry at 8, and then again at 1 a.m. as you see the zipliners go by there. It's kind of a cool people watching spot, really, when the gates are down like this. You get to see everything go on from the live stream. Well, although we have the $110,000 Jeep Wagoneer here in front of us. Or is that the Grand Wagoneer? Even still, Stellantis has priced those things way too expensive, in my opinion. They do, yes, Pretty Mama. I saw that this week. Yeah, you saw the same video I did. Yeah. Yeah, that was really, really funny. If you're, well, I know Tobin. So Tobin, if you look up their Runaway song. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fungus Eater. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's not easy. And no one seems to know where they're going, so it's head on a swivel at all times. But yeah, so go check out that video, Runaway, Tobin. They dressed up as TOS characters battling the Gorn in that song. It's pretty bad acting, but they're singers, not actors, so. Yeah, Tobin, it's a strip is, whew. Yeah, very rough, especially with those taxis. My goodness, those guys you really have to watch out for. So yeah, so 8 and 1 a.m. are Katy Perry, and then 9 p.m. they do Shakira, and then 10, I'm not sure. 11, they have Tiesto and someone else in there too. Oh, Chainsmokers at 10, that's what it is. Chainsmokers at 10, then I think it's Tiesto at midnight, and then some sort of mixology thing at 11. And then, of course, Katy Perry again at 1, and then I forget who's at 2. I'm never down here at 2, so I never get to remember that. But yeah, they do it every hour for 8 hours, at the top of every hour. It is very long. Yeah, no, they block the roadway here when they're doing the light show overhead, buddy. So I'm just sitting here taking in the part of the show overhead there on the canopy that we can see. I call this the big corner. You've got Golden Nugget here, and Four Queens, Binions, and Fremont Casino. There used to be a car dealership in Fort Lauderdale where I grew up that called it, where they were located, the big corner. So I'm like, I'll call this the big corner, why not? Joseph, welcome, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you being here. That's awesome. Everyone's here, that's terrific. Yeah, but you notice too, the lighting on the front of these now, Golden Nugget, Four Queens, and Binions, the lights are off so as not to interfere with the overhead light show. However, the one owned by Boyd Gaming, Fremont Casino, their lights are on. So for whatever reason, they're not participating in the turn the light off thing. Oh, goodness. I hope you're turning around, dude. Usually that's what these guys are doing, is they're turning around. Yeah, that thing looks like a Suburban, that Wagoneer. Hey, Joseph, just taking in the hourly light show on the canopy overhead here. Hopefully, I don't want him to block us. Live stream from Fremont. Yeah, you know, they're really strict about the cameras in there. They see anyone with a gimbal in there, oh my goodness. Yeah, they are not happy about it at all. And I saw, someone went in there last night. I forget which one I was watching. Someone went in there last night, and the security was right there to go some zipliners. And security was right there at the door as soon as they came in. Yeah, good luck, you guys. I don't want to see anything happen to you. I got 86 from any of these places, but if they ever come up to me, I'm just like, sure, no problem. A lot of times they'll tell you to point the camera at the floor. I've seen that on a lot of other live streams. They'll just tell them, point the camera at the floor, because they're like, I'm just coming in here to, you know, use the restroom or something like that. And they'll tell them, okay, point it at the floor. But they come in with someone else. It's not like, you know, they're taking the camera into the bathroom with them. They're usually with another person to hold the camera while they go into the restroom. So I don't have a problem with that. I mean, that's I'm sure they've complained and said, because a lot of times I've heard some of the security guards, they've been like, turn it off, turn it off. And they're like, well, I'm live streaming. If I live streaming, I lose my audience. And they're like, oh, no, turn it off, turn it off. There goes some showgirls there. So I think someone may have explained to him, look, you know, no problem, I'll point it down at the ground. I just don't want to lose my audience, so can I just point it down at the ground? And they're like, okay, yeah, that's fine. So that's probably where that came from, I'm guessing. But some of the security guards don't care. I've seen them, they're ruthless. The one I saw last night at Fremont was just like, really? Wow, Joseph, I'm sorry about that, buddy. Huh. I don't know why that's happening. That's not good. Yeah, it's there we go. So the gates are opening now. Now you see Viva Vision, the end of the Viva Vision light show there. And now all the lights come on. Yeah, Vegas Unlocked. Yeah, they that's usually what, exactly. It's usually isolated to the judgment of each individual security guard. I totally agree, yeah. It's hit or miss with some of them. And I'm never I'm never a jerk or anything to him. So I know you guys aren't either. I never, I'm just like, hey, can I point it at the ground? Give them the option to tell me no. All right, we're gonna go through the main pedestrian mall promenade here. So we take a look here at Fremont Street Saturday night. We'll be out here in the crowd in just a moment, but looking out towards the west side of Fremont there. Yeah, Fremont Casino here. This entrance is for their hotel guests only, I think. For Fremont Casino. And then up here on the left, Pizza Rock. Respect the craft, it says there. Really, really good pizza in there, you guys. I'm a huge pizza nerd, so definitely very, very good pizza in there. And then the Grand Casino, right there. It's where another live streamer won like $20,000, they said. Now, how much they spent to get that $20,000, who knows, but there's the Gold Spike right there, hotel and casino. Has a few hotel rooms there. I think it's like 5, 6 stories there, looks like. Make this right onto Las Vegas Boulevard. And we'll head into the Fremont East District. That man on a horse right there in front of us, compliments of Tobin. That used to be in front of the Hacienda Hotel and Casino until it was removed and replaced with Mandalay Bay. And now it's here at the entrance to the Fremont Street Experience. Tobin is a wealth of information for our community. Posts a lot of details that I don't know, and I'm very grateful for his work. So shout out to Tobin. I'm gonna make this left here onto Fremont. See how much music, how loud the music is down here. Traffic doesn't look to be too bad. It's actually kind of busy. I don't know if you were with it. Was it 2 weeks ago we were down here at this time? And it was just dead. There was no one walking around out here. Around 7 on a Saturday night. I'm gonna drive down here and show you Fremont, and then I'll turn around and I'll end a live stream there, and then I will try and go live in a few. I think it's Alter Ego is playing tonight. Oh, cool, Vegas Unlocked. So are you going to be offline then for the next 2 weeks? No live streams? Diamonds are forever. Ooh, that's a good question. I will have to research that and get back to you. I'll have to let you know. That's a good question. There is the El Cortez, established 1941, a month before Pearl Harbor. 1995, prime rib right there. And there's the roulette bar, the newly opened expansion. Oh, and the praying mantis was snorting there for a moment. And I missed it, naturally. You are, okay, cool. So Wednesdays on the Strip, Fridays down on Fremont. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe to Vegas Unlocked. Really, really awesome people. Really fun to watch their streams, especially when Dave dances. That's worth watching. But Karen has a terrific time down here. I like to see Karen relax and enjoy herself. Being down here around these crowds, it's not always a stress-free experience, but Karen definitely makes the most of it. And that's fun to see. So here on the left, we have the Big Rig Jig in here at Ferguson's. Art piece right there. I also went down to the Arts District earlier and got the Radial Symmetry. I can remember that name now because of Tobin. That is sitting, that artwork that's sitting in the middle of the road down there off of Main Street. So you notice how quickly it just gets dark as soon as you get away from all the flashing lights and stuff here. It just gets really dark and almost dreary down here. I I've got a couple of bikes behind me, one of them popping a wheelie right now. Hopefully they go around me. Okay, so the guy that popped a wheelie is on a dirt bike. I'm gonna go nice and slow, so you guys are just encouraged to go around. There you go. Or, no, that's not a dirt bike. Huh. He just didn't have his lights on. That's what it was, okay. Nice, Vegas Unlocked. Yeah, she was really, really cool. I'm like, yeah, I know you don't have any clue who this guy is that just came up to you and said, hey, let's take a picture. But yeah, she was really, really nice. That was nice to meet her. I've seen her channel several times before. I forgot to mention her too. She's another one, another live streamer here in Vegas. Urban NV. Urban NV. Yeah, Fremont was packed that night. Everyone was down there. I wasn't expecting it. So that looks like transit security over there with the yellow and white flashing there. Thank you, pretty mom. I appreciate that. Yeah, Tobin, she does. It's fun to watch. That's the best part. When someone's, the person you're watching is having a good time. That's the best part. I've watched some live streamers like in other states and stuff, and it looks like they're just upset. There's a guy here that gets upset that he's not getting like super chats and stuff. I'm like, go find something else to do. I mean, what are you gonna do? And he kind of gets mad and stuff with his viewers, and it's like, that's not the way to build your channel, buddy. But whatever. I mean, if you're out here doing this, you might as well have a good time and do something that you enjoy. They say when you do what you enjoy, do what you love, you never work a day in your life. Very true. I don't feel like this is work, coming out here and hanging out with you guys. I like being able to do this with you guys and for you guys and hearing your thoughts, learning what you guys like to see around town. And I need to get over real quick because I want to show another Tobin attraction here. But I gotta pull into this gas station to do it. Here at this Arco, $3.39 a gallon for regular unleaded here. Okay. And there it is. She's somewhat illuminated there, huh? The Blue Angel Motel. They probably need to put some brighter bulbs in there, I think. Either that or maybe the arrow is just washing it out, but the original Blue Angel Motel sign here on the corner of Fremont at the entrance to Fremont Street and the gateway. Oh, thank you, pretty mama. That means a lot. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, D-man, I know. I definitely understand what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not a fan of that. I don't believe in it, It's just not, whatever works for others, but for me, it's just like, I enjoy being out here and, showing you guys all this stuff. Pepe's Tacos, Tobin, I think, also pointed out that they were rated #1 in terms of best taco here in Vegas. Need to try that out. Really, really cool. Like trying out these kinds of places. So this gas station's right here on this triangular parcel in between Fremont Street, Charleston, and Eastern right here. And their light is green. Okay. So here we go. So we're going to go back up here, make a left onto Fremont, and then I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. But guys, thank you so very, very much for being here again. I really appreciate all of you. Be Real, thank you so much, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Means a lot. It really does. You guys could be out anywhere doing anything, but you're here with me, and that means a lot to me. So I'm very grateful for all of you. Again, if you're new, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. It's all totally free. No cost to you whatsoever to subscribe. Really helps the channel when you guys like, follow, share, and subscribe. Helps the Big Al, my big pal Al, I call him. The algorithm. Yeah, so transit security, they run around and pretty much enforce the law on the buses and at the bus stops and stuff. Which is good. I'm not sure where they get their funding from. Ladies of the evening over here on the right. Here on the far end of the Fremont East district. Absolutely, Be Reals. Thank you so much. Glad you're here. Roadway in there. Safari Motel. A food truck right there. A little too far away from the experience, this Fremont Street experience, to get much business down here. There's a guy that does a hot dog stand. He comes out about midnight out there in front of El Cortez, cleans up. I'm telling you, people go nuts at midnight for a hot dog. Who knew? Oops, this is bus only. I like to joke around with him. I'm always like, hey, they don't want you here. They told me to tell you to leave. And he's like, what? And he never remembers that I'm the same guy doing it every time. I'm like, I'm just playing with you. I'm just joking. Hey, Blackie, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys so very, very much for being here and making comments on to the videos and liking the videos. You guys are terrific. Thank you so much. Building this community together. And shout out to our members. Thank you so much, Tobin. Thank you so much, Charles, and thank you so much, Lance. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. So I'm going to go ahead and park and try and find myself a seat there at the bar so that I can come back live here in a little bit. Hopefully about 8:30 Pacific here, in about an hour. I need to go find one of the Michael Jackson guys because Tobin really enjoys those videos. So, I know I post so many of those things. I'm the one that enjoys them, but I'm like, it's Tobin. But guys, thank you so very, very much. I will see you in about an hour. And as always, remember here on the Vegas Don channel, it is the journey. Where what happens in Vegas stays here in Vegas. Thank you, Michael, so very, very much. Thank you, my moderators. Thank you guys for being here. You guys could be doing anything right now, and I thank you so much for being here. Pretty Mama, Tobin, Michael, thank you guys. We'll see you hopefully in an hour here on the Vegas Don channel on YouTube.